Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare, a website that offers over 25,000 different classes. One question I get all the time is, Adam, what do I need to know or what do I need to do in order to become a YouTuber? And my answer to that is Skillshare, because Skillshare offers all of these classes that allows you to learn about some of the most important things when it comes to starting a channel, understanding how Photoshop works, understanding how to edit videos. If you learn all these things before starting a channel, you can hit the ground running and excel here on YouTube. Or maybe you want to learn how to Photoshop Jason Blundell's head on a Morgwa because that's a lot of fun too. So for a limited time, you guys can get Skillshare absolutely free for 2 full months. You guys can accomplish so much in 2 months. So make sure you take advantage of this opportunity. There will be a link in the top of the description. So since we have that ad from Skillshare at the start of the video, we're gonna go ahead and skip the sound quiz and all that stuff for today's video and just jump right into things. The one thing that I do want to know is, what is your favorite DLC weapon currently in BO4 Zombies? Drop it in the comment section below. And besides that, let's go ahead and jump into all of the DLC weapons ranked from worst to best. Starting things off, in my number 7 spot, I have the Rampage Shotgun. And not only is the Rampage just not a great weapon, it's kind of a disappointing DLC weapon. Something called the Rampage in Zombies has to be effective, but no, it's not really that good. There is one problem with this gun that I think if this one thing was fixed, it could be a lot better, and that's simply the ammo count. The ammo count for the Rampage is way too low. I believe the SG-12 actually has more ammo, and that's a semi-auto shotgun. This is a fully automatic shotgun, and I feel like you're out of ammo in like a second. That's with bandolier on. So the Rampage, damage-wise, isn't great, but not having any ammo with this thing makes it really bad. Coming in at my number 6 spot, I have the Cap 45, and this is kind of a weird weapon because the Cap 45 really isn't bad, and let me just say this right now. Pretty much every single weapon in BO4 Zombies has an ammo problem. Not all of them, but especially all of the DLC weapons kind of have an ammo problem. But the Cap 45 is kind of in a weird place because it's not a bad gun. It reminds me a lot of the Strife. It's kind of like an automatic Strife at all times, both, of course, non-papped and papped. The Cap 45 needs to be a starting weapon because this is a weapon, if you get it on round 15 from the box, you're not going to use this thing. This thing should be a starting weapon because it is really nice in the early rounds, and if you want to pap it and use it for, you know, the first, 10, 15, maybe 20 rounds pack-a-punch, okay, but the chances of you pulling this gun from the box in those early rounds is just unlikely. Coming in at my number 5 spot, I have the Switchblade Smg, and these 5 are a lot closer than it actually seems. You might think, oh, this is in the 5 spot, it must be a bad weapon. No, the Switchblade definitely is not a bad weapon. In fact, I think it's one of the better SMGs in BO4 Zombies, and this weapon really shines when it's Pack-a-Punch. The non-pap version isn't really all that good, like a lot of non-pap weapons in BO4 Zombies, but the papped version is surprisingly pretty good. It has a decent amount of ammo. It does pretty good damage. I haven't ranked this thing up too much, so I don't know what attachments you can rock, but the Switchblade is a surprising weapon. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have yet another surprising SMG, and that is the Demon. This is another weapon that I kind of wrote off before it actually was added to the game. I really was not expecting all that much, especially after using it in MP and in Blackout before it was added to Zombies, because this first batch of weapons was really late. It was like the end of Operation Absolute Zero when the weapons were added in at, of course, the start. So the Daemon didn't have high hopes, but man, I was wrong. This is actually a really good SMG. All of the DLC SMG weapons on this list are some of the best SMGs in BO4 Zombies, in my opinion, of course. And the Daemon is... It's a good gun. Like, I don't know what else to say. You know, burst guns and zombies are either really bad or really good. The Daemon is definitely closer to that really good category of burst weapons, and it's just a solid SMG. So if you haven't tried it out yet, I really recommend papping this thing all the way, and I guarantee you will be surprised. So coming in at my number 3 spot, guess what? We have yet another SMG, and this is the last one. It's the MP40, and another gun I expected to be bad. I don't know why. I always expect SMGs to be bad, but this is one that I was instantly writing off. I thought MP40 is going to be garbage here in BO4 Zombies, and when I first used the non-PAP version, it was pretty bad. The PAP version is actually really good. Now, it's just personally my favorite SMG. I'm sure a lot of you will disagree, but yeah, I like the MP40. It's an iconic weapon in Treyarch Zombies. It's been in every single Treyarch Zombies mode so far, and I'm glad they made it good here in BO4 Zombies. Coming in at my number 2 spot, we have the Grav, or the Galil. I don't know why it's called the Grav here in BO4 Zombies. Anyways, this is a weapon that I had very high hopes for because it's the Galil. The Galil has always been one of the best weapons in that Zombies mode. So in BO1, it was dominant. In BO2, it was great. In BO3, it wasn't as great, but still, it was the Galil. Here in BO4, it's still good. It's still the Galil. It's still effective, but it's definitely no BO1 or BO2 Galil. And personally, I was expecting that version of the Galil, but we didn't get it. But still, the Grav is a good weapon. It's an iconic weapon, and I'm sure every single Zombies player out there likes this weapon. Finishing things off, in my number 1 spot, we have the SWAT AR, the only weapon left, and this isn't like substantially better than, you know, the Grav. Like I said, from 5 down to 1 here, all the weapons in my opinion are pretty close and pretty good for the category it's in. So the SMGs and of course the 2 ARs here, and the SWAT is a good weapon. It gets a little bit sketchy around 30, but a lot of weapons do, and it's hands down my most used DLC weapon so far. I love that Mark II version. It looks so nice. But yeah, the SWAT, for an AR, it's good. My favorite thing about this gun too is the ammo count. It has a pretty high ammo count. There are some ARs here in BO4 that don't really have a lot of ammo, and the SWAT is definitely up there as one of those guns that has the most amount of ammo in this game. So there we have it, guys. Those are all of the DLC weapons ranked so far. Let me know in the comment section below, what is your favorite DLC weapon, and I'll do another one of these videos once we have all of the DLC weapons in the game. So after Operation 4 comes out, or our last operation. And yeah, besides that, guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace out.